Hi, Bill.
Hi. I used to be in the Army, and back when I joined, the slogan was, be all that you can be. So this is it. This is all I could be. I've been single for a couple years. Basically, as long as I've been doing comedy. Because it's hard, you know. Did y'all ever have a girlfriend and dreams? They hate that. They hate when you do that. But I also have this blind friend, and I be taking her out to Mike. She's a comedian. And I take her to shows, and I get her on stage sometimes. And people always ask me inappropriate questions when they see us together. They'll say, hey man, are you hitting that? And I always say the same thing. What does she like to know? Because she's blind. She don't know who's back there. Could be anyone.
Oh, wow.
We're getting there. But yeah, she was telling me too about this thing she would go to, these groups where everybody's blind and it's for dating. And I was like, that's pretty cool, you know, nobody sees anybody, they just go off personality. And I was like, I could pretend I'm blind, no one has to know. But they found out real quick because I was only talking to the hot ones. And they're like, you're not blind. Get out of here. But it is hard. I still try to get out there. That day I saw this gorgeous woman sitting at the bar. I walked up to her and I said, you're stunning. You must work out all the time. And she goes, no. And I'm a mom. I said, wow. You don't even look like you had kids. And she said, if I told you that this body gave birth to 5 children, what would you say? I said, goodbye. Dating's hard. It is hard. I once got ghosted by a 64-year-old lady. She died. Like a real ghost. That's not how ghosting works. Come on. It is hard though. I used to date this white lady, and she always wanted me to talk dirty to her in Spanish. I don't know a lot of Spanish, but I didn't want to disappoint her. So I'll be in the bedroom talking about, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? 1, 2, 3. ¿Cómo se dice? Sorry. I finished. Lo siento. I used to date this girl named Crystal with a K. And then after that, I dated this girl named Crystal with a C. And sometimes when I would call Crystal with a C, Crystal, she would say, who the fuck is Crystal? Like she could hear the K. So you're crazy. But you can't say that, right? You can't call a girl crazy. I called my ex crazy one time and she goes, I'll show you crazy. I said, I know. She wasn't real crazy though, but she was cross-eyed. So she always looked at me crazy. I didn't mind it though, I kind of liked it, because in the bedroom it felt like I was doing something. She'd be like that, oh! Like, yeah. I did that. Also, when you're dating, they say you should never ask a woman how many sexual partners she's had. Because you don't want to know the answer, right? I asked a lady that one time, she goes, not that many. I could count on one hand. I was like, cool, that's not a lot. But how many? And she goes, 5, 10, 15. That's not what counting on one hand means. Count to 100 that way. I think it's weird if you go to Walmart, they don't sell walls. And if you go to Home Depot, there's no homes. But if you go to Cracker Barrel, they're everywhere. I got a bunch of kids. I have a daughter who looks like me, a lot like me. So whenever she comes over with her boyfriend, I put my face next to hers and I look at him, shaking my head. Like, this is what you like? He does though, she's pregnant. Yeah. Speaking of that, I found out recently that the Dollar Tree sells pregnancy tests. And I think that's wild. Because if you think you might be pregnant and you're trusting your health care to the Dollar Tree, that's a bad situation. And what even is a Dollar Tree pregnancy test? I feel like you open it and you ask, am I pregnant? Then you shake it, and it says, outlook not so good. Because you're broke. You're about to have a baby. But yeah, parenting's hard too. I do have kids. My son found out recently when he was conceived, his mother was on birth control. And he felt bad about it. He goes, Dad, I feel unwanted. He said, I feel like you planned my siblings and I feel like I was a mistake. And I said, son, don't ever say that. Don't even think that. I swear to you from the bottom of my heart, I didn't want any kids. Parenting's hard. It is hard. My mom told me recently that I wasn't a mistake. I was like, I'm 46, I wasn't even thinking about that. And I said, besides, you were 17 when you had me. And she goes, I know, but I wanted to be pregnant. I said, okay, I wasn't a mistake. It was a very bad decision. Should have stayed in school or something. I don't know. My dad died on 7/11. Not as cool as 9/11. But every year I get free Slurpees. So it's kind of better. He did die though. He died a couple years ago and I miss him. I miss him a lot. But at least I know he died doing what he loved. Heroin. He loved heroin. Addiction's hard. It is hard. I bought one of those air fresheners from the Dollar Tree. It comes in a can. And you peel off the top and you put it under your seat so your car will smell like cherries instead of weed. But I smoked so much weed that it took 5 days to realize it was cat food. So it didn't work. But also I hate when people try to blame weed for all their problems. Like I have a cousin, he's always like, I can't mess with weed, man. It gives me the munchies. I said, no, it doesn't. You've been overweight. You've been big since we were little. Stop blaming weed. He goes, yeah, well, it makes me paranoid. I said, no, it doesn't. You have warrants. You're always paranoid. Stop blaming weed. I had to stop though, I had to stop all that. I had a drinking problem. I used to have a real bad drinking problem. I lost my wife, I lost my kids, and I lost my house. But then I sobered up. I found my house. My wife and kids were still inside. So I started drinking again. But I had to quit for a whole year. I didn't want to, but they put this device in my car. And I had to blow and hum into it every day to prove that I wasn't drinking. And they put it in there for like 8 months. And then when they took it out, I should have been happy, right? I should have been excited. But I missed it. I missed it because whenever I would do it wrong, it would send me these cute little messages. It would say, blow harder. Hum louder. No teeth. What does that mean? Another part of my probation is I had to take a pee test 3 times a week. I was in there one time doing my pee test, and I got to thinking, I hope the guy that watches me pee, I hope he makes a lot of money. Because if not, then he's just doing what he loves. Always smiling at me. One time he said, I haven't worked a day in my life. What? Don't say that. I think it's weird that they call first responders. No one else is coming. They just call them responders. But like I said earlier, I have been doing comedy for a couple years, and I started late in life, so I'm around a bunch of young comics. And they're always talking about how their parents aren't supportive, and they want them to get a real job or whatever. And it was different for me, because when I started, I was 44 years old. And when I told my mom I was going to do comedy, she goes, yeah, do something. I'll be 50 soon. What else? Oh, I was doing some online banking the other day, signing up for an account, and I had to fill out those questionnaires. And I hate those because I can never fill them out. Because it'll be like, what was your high school mascot? I got my GED. What street did you grow up on? How'd they know I was homeless? What's your dad's middle name? What's his first name? Can't answer none of these questions. Also, I saw this thing in the paper about in El Paso, because they don't get a lot of rain. They broke ground on a $265 million facility that turns sewer water into drinking water. And they call it toilet to tap. It's a terrible name, right? That'd be a good name if your only other options were all shit to faucet, porcelain god to smoothie king, or ass to mouth. Nobody's drinking that water. I like watching these murder shows, like Forensic Files, stuff like that. But I noticed recently, whenever they do the reenactments, the actors are always way better looking than the real victims. So I'm always all sad, like, oh man, I can't believe they murdered that beautiful lady. But then I see the real victim and I'm like, meh. It's all good. It's all good. I talked about dating earlier. I wasn't always dating. I used to be married. And when I first got divorced, I got real sad. And I got real depressed. And it was the only time I seriously contemplated suicide. I thought, God, I hope she kills herself. But she didn't. Gotta do everything. And I know I shouldn't talk that way. Hold on. It's time to take my boner pills. I don't even fuck, I just like to walk around with a heart on. Oh yeah, but I know I shouldn't talk like that about my ex-wife, but I was devastated. I felt like my sorrow and my pain was the worst sorrow and pain that anyone could possibly be feeling at that time. But then I watched this documentary about people living with HIV, and it gave me a perspective. And I thought, no, I was wrong. I hope she gets AIDS. Thank you, Umber Williams.